Okay. How are we sounding? Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully it's coming through nice and clear. And then we'll do some intros. I'll test everything out, check the sound, and we'll go from there. So, for the YouTube folk, hello and welcome. It's me, Denden Kushi, again, talking about One Piece stuff. And today is a bit different. It's more of a chill. Well, I suppose a lot of our sessions are pretty chilled, but this is just to relax, just to like vibe with some people and stuff like that. And we've got some like questions and stuff like that to ask people, ridiculous questions, One Piece based, of course. We've also got some One Piece fusion on the screen. You should be able to see some Pokemon fusion, but that I'll just flip through some of them as I'm warming up and stuff and testing the stream. And we can move on to the One Piece fusion later. But we've also got a bit of a spin the wheel, which I haven't even made yet. But we have a sheet of 1,000 topics, so if anything, we could roll a 200-sided die or something, or dice, and just choose one off the list instead of making the wheel, depending on how quickly I can whip it up. Okay, right, so let me just run some tests on the sound and all that stuff, and while we're getting warmed up, and on the half past, we'll start cooking properly, and we are due to have some people over as well. Hey, Ray Ray. I don't think I've seen you here before, so if not, let me know how you heard about the channel, or like if you know the channel, blah blah blah. Okay, right. So what I'll do is I'll quickly test the sound now. If it is too loud or anything music-wise, just let me know. Okay, that sounds like, as long as I talk loud enough, then it will all be good. So let's go from there, I guess. Okay, so where do we want to start? Let me pull up my notes. So as soon as we get some people landed in, I'll drop them some questions. The first question is, I will tell you now, if Caribou owes you 20,000 berry, who do you send to collect the debt? So whoever... Hey, Michael. How you doing today? What we have to for episode 1100? Oh my god, I know, dude. I know. It's crazy to think that the anime is actually on a number that's like comparing to the manga, and it's about to be above that, you know. Wild pacing, but we will remember it. Yo. How we doing, Lucas? At some point, Lucas, we'll have to like co-stream and stuff and do both of us together. But also, like I mentioned, if you can see in the background, hopefully it's coming through, you should be able to see two Pokemon being fused together. And there's going to be tons. Like, we'll do some One Piece ones, as I say, as well. But the One Piece ones aren't as, like, vast. There's not as many combinations because, well, the artists haven't done anything to, like, in the Pokemon, the artists have, like, hand-drawn some of them. But in this one, maybe not. We should sometime. We definitely should. Hopefully I'll get a system good enough to run some of like the games that you've been playing, some of the better ones. Is Hogwarts multiplayer? I don't think it is, right? Okay. Okie dokie. Right. Gone to One Piece Theory channels recently. Okay, interesting. So, if possible, Raider, drop us your... What theory are you cooking at the moment, or what's on your brain? Or what's your favourite theory? Something like that, like... Which one do you think is legit and popping? And we will definitely be cooking into some theory. Probably talk about the Princess of Amazon Lily, the one that we don't know about. The Empress, former Empress. Love Sickness, Emu, Lily's relationship. Why Emu can't leave Marijois, stuff like that. And if we're lucky enough, Crocodile being Luffy's mum. No! It is worrying though, because there are like so many connections to a Croc being a girl. The only thing is, obviously, it would have to be nuanced, because Eva said about it being a weakness, and Oda's not going to refer to a woman like that, I don't think, unless it's old school One Piece like we had with Kuina. Rip. Let me see what our other Nothing interesting. Okay, that's a little better. Right. This chapter and the one when Alga and Devon talked to Saturn got me thinking Gorosei and Emu are not the final villains. Okay. Okay. What do you mean? Do you mean that like Blackbeard will be the final villain, or do you mean there's somebody above Emu? I'm interested to see how Blackbeard invades 1 or 2, dude. Hey, 3-day. Goated mod, alpha mod. Yeah, the Blackbeard stuff, I mean, there's options, right? He could use Pizarro to do the island, or he could use his Earth Fruit to break the barriers. But yeah, it's doable. It's doable, like, definitely, pretty easily, I think. But particularly when we saw what happened to Greenball, like, he got, like, pretty far. I feel scared for the Straw Hats and the Giants because we don't know how to beat these Gorosei. This is worse than Sabaody rather than tomorrow instead of Yokai Elders. It's true. I feel scared for the Straw Hats and the Giants because we don't know how to beat. Like, Mr. Bushido just jumped in the chat. I think he shares a similar sentiment to you, and so do I, dude. I don't think that this is going to be an easy W for anyone. Who's above the Gorosei then, Bushido? The God's Knights? Alga, maybe, yeah. Alga could do some Wano stuff as well. Metatron theory. Sup, Jose, I saw you commenting, I think it was yesterday. Dude, I would not be surprised if the Giants got smashed at Egghead, right? Like, they're this big testament to strength, and they get slapped by the Gorosei pretty easily, I'm guessing. Go back to Dofi's Throne Wars speech. He said the Celestial Dragons will be dragged down. We're seeing that right now. Revs blocking supplies to Marijois. Now all the Gorosei have come down. That's true. It's true. Saturn said about not hitting the surface for ages, and now suddenly all 5 of them are there, which we can talk a bit more about in a bit. Because let's just say it lines up to the fact that the 5 planets are aligning, and that's what was said at the end of the chapter of 1109. Okay, Bushido. Oh, okay. The one that you think is in Metatron, the angel, right? It's in Metatron's cube, and you think in the woman, as in the nun from the nun-looking woman from the green room. Sea Devil is Emu. Interesting. I definitely think, like, if you say that all the planets are at all the Gorosei mums are at Egghead, and there's 5 planets. Ancient Greeks used to believe in 5 planets, right? Not including the Earth and Sun, I don't think. So, who would then be the Earth? Would Emu be the Earth, or is Emu going to be Mother Nature? You know. Hopefully, the Giants kill one of the Gorosei. Imagine that. I don't see that. Wait, Gorosei to manage damage. Is it interesting? Because they do have like Yonko scale moves, right? Because the sovereignty, what's it called? Kaku sovereignty or something. The one that put the hole in the goldfish, island fish. Dofi said it would be the greatest struggle for the supremacy ever in the history of pirates. Yeah, well, Dofi obviously knows his stuff, man. Like, the line where he says to Law about being able to attain the treasure of Marijois if he could just use Law's ability. You know, he obviously knows, like, a fair bit of stuff, but not just that. He knows, like, the mechanisms behind it, which makes him, I'd say, like, the second best One Piece theorist in the series, Eva being the first. The fall of Emu and Gorosei creates a massive power vacuum, and Blackbeard is already gunning for the empty throne. See, okay, if you would have said, see, I'm thinking that Blackbeard's the final enemy. I'm not sure how you feel about that, Lucas, but that's the vibe I'm getting, is that Emu fights Blackbeard and Luffy on 2 different fronts. And Bushido with the €5, thank you, brother. One of the Gorosei will go after Bonnie, destroying Giant ship. One of the Gorosei will go after Bonnie, destroying Giant ship. Zoe will show up in the end, and Minx will come to the rescue. Go after Bonnie, destroying the giant ship. What's the giant ship? Oh, the giant's ship, as in the one that belongs to the giants. Zoe will show up in the end, and Minx will come to the rescue. No, not on Egghead, dude. Not on Egghead. They get obliterated by the Busticle, surely. Metatron is Archangel Gabriel, isn't it? I think Gabriel is Metatron. And he is a super powerful angel, yeah. I think the mouth of God. I think maybe the most powerful angel. Busticle is that I can't see because of the emoji. Is that a joke? Yeah, I know, dude. And not just that, but the Marines look like a bit of a joke, man. Like literally had to. One Gorosei wasn't enough. They had to summon all 5. Cover story. I think the revelation of Pluton is coming. Interesting. Maybe that is what. Maybe the cover story is to warm us up for Wano, right? For someone attaining Pluton, which, let's face it, it's got to be Frankie, right? Frankie's got the big ties. Okay, cool. How's the music for you? Is it not too loud? Hopefully not. Anyway, right, I'm going to ask you one of the questions, okay? And then the chat can answer. Jose, join TLA Discord, will explain Megatron theory there. Also, Jose or Jose, the link is on any of my previous videos or streams. But if you've got any theories yourself, throw them in Punk Records. There's like a section for them, and people can read them easily. Yeah, okay, interesting, Lucas, interesting. See, when I saw the cover story, what I was thinking, I thought it was definitely mysterious and significant. What I was thinking is that Kaido wanted to drop it on the Capel and he failed, but he did actually succeed on dropping it on the original Capel. But what you're saying is very interesting too. I mean, we were shown that image when we were talking about Pluton and and the 3 poneglyphs underwater. I think the 5 elders in their circles represent some sort of ritual that the elders use to trap Nika, and then Emu deals the final blow. That is hyper spicy. Okay, so we're thinking like a binding ritual or something, and then Emu comes in at the end and like takes the eyes like Itachi or something like that, or the heart for the heartbeat. Look at this point. I just need Carrot showing up. So I'll take enemies. Carrot, dude, I feel for you. It's been a long journey. She is an interesting character, no doubt. And a candidate not for Straw Hat, I'm afraid, but for other things. Because Emo also has the giant Straw Hat. In the freezer, right? In the Marie Joie freezer. And she better sort stuff out before that warms up and it unfreezes. Are you playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion? Yes, you killed the main body of Vegapunk, but you have just destroyed the Labo Phases Punk Records. So, Michael, I think the name is, what do you think is going to happen with Punk Records? Because that is huge. Like, the message that Vegapunk's sending is one thing, but it's nothing compared to the, whatchamacallit, what's in Punk Records. Am I playing Infinite Fusion? I have the generator up. I'll spin another Fusion. Sorry, I'm just talking to people about who's jumping in stream. Okay, we'll leave it at that one. Oh, no. Okay, so hey, just check your profile. The Discord link doesn't work. Yeah, I know, it's because we changed the name of the server, but the Discord link does work on the last video I released, I think. That's a fresh one. Damn, that's a good theory, like a sealing technique that can't really seal away Nika, but can make him vulnerable for split seconds so he's able to be killed. Interesting. Elson's going to join us, I think, in 10 minutes. Okay, well, Fritz will be joining us soon, and he can tell us about sealing, because these are specific seals. Now, the question is, do you boys think that the summoning costs a resource, like an equivalent exchange, like in Full Metal? I think that's interesting, and I have thought about it myself, Lucas, about Joy Boy's connection to Pluton, and he's definitely connected, but I don't think he'll be the one piloting it. So if Punk Records is destroyed, then what about York, Edison, Atlas? And well, put it this way, dude. There's a massive hole in the situation where York could just stop eating, and they would run out of energy anyway. So there's going to have to be some resolution with them being killed, or some android situation from Dragon Ball Z. Smoker might show up to save the day. Bushido, it is if you're talking Carrot and Smoker's definitely a bigger possibility, and it would be amazing to see that. Let's see what else we get. A Marip and a Regigas. Wow, I didn't realise it was a stomach. Oh no. Some of these are eye bleach. Oh, sugar is the wrong one. Okay, of course Luffy won't pilot Pluton. Either Yamato or Momo is who I think. Momo is definitely connected, right? And there's more to that, because he's a child with the voice of all things. Aza is a child that can hear heartbeats in Skypiea, and she's connected to Uranus through the Shandian tribe. And then with Poseidon, Shirahoshi's only, 14, I think, at first. Yeah, Carrot's always going to be a Nakama. Yeah, Emu might have to sacrifice a warrior on the same tier as Nika to use the seal. So he might sacrifice one of the Gorosei or the God Knights of Nika's. I think that is brilliant. I think that you could write a script on that, dude. Like, the fact that Emu is so detached, and so are the Gorosei, that they are the resource in the end. Like the Celestial Dragons definitely seem to be some form of fuel that Emu's feeding off. So why not the Gorosei? I agree. Bonnie's going to need taken out of the picture somehow, and probably not alongside the Straw Hats. Aren't the Gorosei using the voice of all things? They definitely seem to be via talking, right? And that is super significant. However, the voice of all things manifests in different ways, because it seems to me that the voice of all things is created by heartbeats, and we know that Luffy's heartbeat is of a certain distinct nature. Do you think that all people are wearing pink are the ancient weapons like Shirahoshi and Momo? No, but I think you are onto something, because when you look at Bonnie, Big Mum, Chiffon, Lola, they all look very similar. Kinderella looks like a sort of perverse version of them. And there's other people, Perona, there's other people that seem to share these distinct traits. So I think there is something going on with the pink hair, and it might tie into the blue hair. Like Buggy has blue hair, Vivi has blue hair, right? So, and they seem quite random. And Kobe has the pink. What if they summon Emu? That I want to know if they even can, and what that must cost a lot. And if they do, then I'm telling you now that the Straw Hats are screwed. They're not gonna. There's gonna be a death or something. Pink hair tribe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wild. I mean, like, we've seen the summoning circles, right? So now we could, well, what's good? We can suggest that maybe it's possible for them to summon more stuff, right? Maybe, I mean, why would they put the Gorosei there without the God's Knights first? Maybe Emu and the Gorosei can be summoned, but the God's Knights can't, stuff like that. So, very, very interesting. A message from Smokey is, I live near a mountain called Mount Helix, named after a helix snail. Thank you for that, Smokey. Emu, fine, I'll do it myself. Yeah, but I mean, come on, dude. There must be... The Gorosei might not actually be there. Like, the Gorosei might be there in some sort of astral projection, right? Because it's very risky just having them and Emu turn up. Raider says, there is a channel, Dawn and Dusk, which stated that Buggy is related to Nefertari family. Yeah, I know Dawn and Dusk, and I've also hinted that, yeah, Nefertari and Buggy connected. And Dawn and Dusk is a very cool creator. And if you want to be closer to his community, you can join him on Telegram. One of the Telegram servers is English, the other Italian, because he's an Italian Jap, I think. Will of Dreams, yo, bro. The entire post time skip can be summarized by Luffy and the people connected to the ancient weapon, Shirahoshi Momo. Yeah, I mean, if you, right, Lucas, if you want to do it properly, you could probably do it via the order of the planets from outside to in, right? You could, like, because of what we're getting now, right? And it goes all the way to the center, which is Earth at the moment with Emu. But then when it's rectified, it'll be Luffy in the center, and we'll change from the helio to geocentric system. Saturn must be a stamina drain for the summoning stuff. It's bizarre, right, Michael? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's bizarre. It's very, very strange, dude. Like, it must be costing them something. We were introduced to God Valley in the same arc, and they talk about a resource and God Valley having a resource. Dawn and Dusk is a guy, but with a the woman talking is a T2S, or text-to-speech, if you must. They'd be so OP if they just astro projected and they are this powerful. Okay, the reasons that they might not, though, is because they mentioned not being on the surface for so long. If it is not, if there isn't downsides, then why wouldn't they do it more often? Bro is using Stussy. What do you mean? Big up Stussy, by the way. We love Stussy. Lucci beats Zoro in one. Yeah, oh, and frees Kaku, who frees York, who frees the Seraphim. Lucci beats Zoro? Bro, Bushido, come on. Come on. Maybe, I'm not going to scale, but maybe Zoro's, abilities scale to, what's it called? To the ability of the opponent he's fighting, but that's ridiculous. Lucci should not be able to touch Zoro. Lucci should be making Zoro a sandwich. Right, you think that's Saturn magnetic boots. Magnetic boots. Okay. Oh, yeah. Lucci's not wearing the boots, right? Right, you would think that Saturn would summon the Gorosei at God Valley versus Rocks, Whitebeard and Roger and Garth and Rayleigh, unless they were scared. Right. Exactly. So why not? What's preventing them? Is it the resource that was at God Valley? I mean, come on, like, there's like tons of fruits there, there's Garling there, like, unless the secrecy is just that important to them, but they don't seem that fussed right now. Like, yeah, Saturn can be on the news in 10 minutes. Lucci needs the W more than Zoro. Okay, I'll completely submit to that. Yeah, okay, so what else are we going to be talking about later? We've got, like I said, the planets. That's pretty important. 3 days going to be hopefully around, so we can talk about that. Let me check my other bit. Bushido looking at W chapter 11:11, which is in 3 weeks, correct? So, yeah. I mean, we were talking yesterday. What do you think is going to happen next chapter, chat? Like, do you think that we'll see more reactions, or do you think we'll see actions? Never got a notification. Oh, for me, yeah, I'm probably censored by the Gorosei. That's usually the case, but it is what it is. Let's spin the generator, see what we can get out of it. Disturbing. I mean, what is that? What is that? Oh god, these are bad. Okay, come on. Give us something decent. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Can't go wrong. Look at them shoes. Oh, sugar. Okie dokie. Hoping for action, but I bet on reaction. I'm assuming reactions too. I mean, there's been a lot this arc, but surely we need more. You'll miss Sanji's birthday, 2nd of the 3rd. It's true, he is a 32. To be honest, I don't know people are complaining why Zoro's downplayed, because Zoro didn't one-shot Lucci and Caribou was stronger to me. Dude, it's just, it's not about that. Like, I mean, yeah, I completely get what you're saying. You're right, in my opinion. In my opinion, though, it's just that people want to hate on Zoro fans, and Sanji fans, and any fans. Wouldn't it be awesome if the 9 Straw Hats pull up to the 5 Gorosei, like when it seems they have Luffy surrounded? Bro, like, if that happens, I hope they get squished, because I would lose my mind if they actually did damage. Yeah, that would be too wild. Discord link doesn't show. Yeah, you'd have to be modded, I think. You can't send links in a YouTube chat unless you're mod. I can hope. I can't mod you from here, unfortunately. I could probably do it in a second. Oh, Coop's gonna be here in 10 minutes, so. Okay, right, boys. Listen. We're gonna be cooking the theory in a second. We're gonna be cooking deep spice as always. So, let's just chill out 1 second. Let me ask you a question that other people might not ask you. I want your top holiday destination in the One Piece world. Chat. That's you 2-3 day. I know you're lurking. Best place to go on holiday in the One Piece world. It can be hot, it can be cold, it can be populated, unpopulated. I don't hate Zoro, I just want Zoroarks to suffer after years of obnoxious statements they need to be. Dude, you want to be careful throwing stones if you live in a rabbit glass house. Or a glass rabbit hutch. I think Jinbei and Zoro might do a tag team move to finish off Lucci fast, because yeah, I agree. Oh man, I'm going to be frustrated, but it's definitely true. And it kind of happened in Wano as well. Like Jinbei sort of washed everyone away. Skypiea is a holiday destination. You honestly, no amount of holiday insurance is going to cover you if you fall off the edge. Thriller Bark, oof, freaky, but good booze, I hear. Potentially Binksaki, potentially a part of God Valley. What's my theory for today? I'll tell you in a sec. I want to go to Whole Cake Island, Water 7, Fishman Island, Wano, and Skypiea. Not greedy then. Just okay. There's a few. If you had to go to one of them or two of them, break it down to 2. Thriller Bark's a good choice. And what's my theory for today? What was I writing today? I can't talk about it right now, but I can talk about it a little bit later on the stream. It's about every certain amount of time in the real world, certain planets converge, and it usually means something, and it's referenced in a few different religious texts. And it's a very it's one of the biggest, one of the most spiciest things we've dropped in a while. So, and there's also, like I think 6 videos scheduled. So, two videos a week. So there's tons of theories coming from us at the moment because we've just been stacking up over the past couple of months. I'm a carrot stan and I suffered the abuse. I survived it, and when I win, I'll be king of the theories. It's probably true. It's probably true if you win. I know you want to say when, but. Okay, Jose, Larius. I think like that would redeem it, man. Like that would definitely redeem it. If they combined an attack like that, I'd be okay with it. But it is still a bit silly, mind. Like Lucci. I mean, Lucci is an awakened zone, so we probably shouldn't. We shouldn't shun like ideas of him being strong against Luffy. Like, I mean, against Zoro. It's definitely possible. Even though Luffy slapped him about, really. There's some good answers for the holiday destination, by the way. Oops, sorry. Okay, cool. What other theories we got coming up? We've got... Oh, also, in terms of the religious stuff, we've been talking a lot recently about the Bible and the Garden of Eden and how Eve was made from the rib of man, which might be a seed from the Adam tree. And a snake features significantly in the Garden of Eden myth. SBS revealed the 4 emperors of Cook and Sanji will beat them all. Interesting, dude. I need to read that SBS. So what's the Mihawk breakdown, Bushido? Sanji versus the food processor machine. How dare you? I want to go to Whole Cake Island because of food, of course. Oh my god, this guy knows. And the meeting the different races. For Water 7 for me, I just want to see Tom Seatrain and meet him in person. Oh, Tom would seem like a... If I had to meet anyone in the One Piece world, Tom would be up there. He'd be in the top 20. And Iceberg, probably. Iceberg seems cool. Okay, cool. We've got a video coming about a certain family being connected. Certain people being connected, like Mihawk, Shaki, Rayleigh. Maybe there's a child involved. Zoe would be nice to visit for holiday. That's cool, right? Because you're as high as Skypiea, but there's a border, so you're not going to fall off. That would be an experience. Being sprayed twice a day by an elephant's trunk water. God. That would be amazing, though. All the people there would be crazy to see. That'd be great. And the forest is pretty cool. Massive stone whale. What else do we have? We have a fat script coming that was written months and months and months ago called Luffy's Royalty. Still to be titled for YouTube though. And that's just about Joy Boy's lineage and descendancy and how it's possible that you might be able to trace Luffy's descendancy up to Joy Boy. That'd be an experience. Yeah, SBS gives a little... yeah. Something about Mihawk and Marines. Right, I think that was the general premise that I got. As normal humans, we got to have one of the minks be our bodyguards, though, or I'd drown. Completely, dude. Completely. I'm an okay swimmer, and I'd just absolutely get tanked in the sea like that. I mean, if you got devil fruit as well, which of course most of us would fold and go for, even though Haki's the way apparently. We've got another theory on smiling and how smiling isn't what you think. And in 1109, the most recent chapter, Luffy seemed to be smiling maniacally, like a bit psychopathy. So we're looking into the smile fruits and all that sort of stuff. We've got some others as well cooking, but I can't talk about them. We are talking though. What if Mihawk is from Leisure, since people think he might be a vampire? It'd be interesting if he's a vampire because he wears a cross. You know what's interesting about that the most, in my opinion, is Gloriosa said that 2 former empresses died. And usually they correct stuff in SBSs and surplus material, but they never corrected that. And Shaki was revealed to be one of them. So maybe Shaki did die and come back to life as some sort of like vampire or some shiznay. But yeah, Mihawk's clearly tied to her, clearly tied to Rayleigh, clearly tied to the Gloom Kingdom. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing a bit more about him. And Jose or Jose Larios, Mr. Larios, his sword is super spicy, dude. The handle is the same symbol as the Joy Boy like whale tail cross we see everywhere, and it's called Yoru, which is an anagram of Ryu. So yeah, Shaky never. Yeah, that's exactly it. She's 66 and looks young, right? That's what I thought was really weird too. And Mihawk, when the interesting, they showed him years ago, and people use that as evidence of him being younger, but it can't. But it just looks like he's shaved. She's Rayleigh's age, but I mean, I would. Don't tell my 10 wives, but I definitely would. She's tasty. But sacrifice. Luffy mother could be an Amazon. Right. Let's talk about it. Would you want to go down the crocodile route, or should we go down a different route? Because there is different routes. You know, Gloriosa mentioned that love is a hurricane, and that saying comes from the east. It's a saying that we saw Sanji say in the east. Wind is associated with dragon. Dragon, his color is green, right? And who else's color is green? Green Bull has a tattoo that talks about two lovers committing suicide by the river Styx. River Styx connects to Brook as the ferryman of the river Styx. So it does look like there was a love triangle maybe between Green Bull, Dragon, and Luffy's mum, or it was the same, but the same analog, but 800 years ago with some other people. Sacrifice. I hope I answered some of your question. If you're in the One Piece world, what will be your power system and fighting style? For me, it would be focusing on haki, fishman karate, and a weapons master, swords. I think fishman karate is really cool because you can create whirlpools and do all sorts of wild stuff, right? I'd love to have a devil fruit, but I probably wouldn't choose it because all the big boys didn't, and I'd feel like, yeah, unless it was a god fruit. I mean, come on, Luffy's fruit would be pretty wild. But I guess the stronger the fruit, the stronger the will maybe that possesses you, and it's harder to live alongside. So I don't know. Fishman karate definitely. I think Django's power is very interesting because he got it from eating a mushroom that grew off his chin, not a devil fruit. Yeah, the ninjutsu looks interesting. Yeah, spicy. Okay, what else have we got cooking? Let's have a little look-see. Let's run another fusion quick in the background. I'd love to hear people's theory that makes crazy theological theory, so I laugh some of it. 6 powers and nice. Wait, what does it say on the Okay. You want to hear some crazy theories? A crazy theory that Will of Fire told me recently, and I'll let him tell it if he comes on later, that the Boyne Archipelago might be a stem from the Eve tree that goes like under the earth, like through the ground, like a branch off the Eve tree, and it pops up and there's a plant on the top of it, which is the Boyne Archipelago. All the weird plants that make that place up, you know. Okay, cool. Let's run the generator. I'll spin a new Pokemon quick. Something decent and slightly scary. There you go. Okay, some of these are wild, to be fair. Righty, there you go, boom. That looks pretty spicy. So Denden, you were saying too that Mihawk sword might have a little, like a life drain effect. 6 powers are nice too. When you say 6 powers, what do you mean? You mean Cypher and stuff? So Denden, you were saying that Mihawk sword might have a life drain effect. I think that there could be something like that going on. I think that World's Strongest Swordsman is a distinct title, and there's a reason why Oda brought it. And it causes a lot of clash between him and Shanks, and that's because the point has not been revealed, which is like you have to be the world's greatest swordsman to be able to wield Yoro, because it probably just like Sami and Ada from Naruto, I think it was called, it like sucks your chakra, and it would explain why he wears a cross, right? Because maybe the cross prevents that, like the life drain effect. Giant Jack may be a stem of Adam or Eve. Yes, that's bang on. Yeah, sorry, apologies if I butchered it. Okay, yeah, right. And so you want to hear some weird theories, Michael? I'll tell you a weird theory if you want. Okay. What about do you think it's possible that Brook might ferry some of the Straw Hats to the underworld or to hell, potentially to revive or bring back Luffy as the two wings? Sanji and Zoro are the two wings, and they revive him and bring him back up, or maybe even take him to heaven, which would be the Sky Islands, right? Because Luffy has this really bad lifespan issue that's creeping up on him. Emma does steal Haki, so I do like the theory. It would make a lot of sense for Yoru. I mean, not just Emma, right? The Wado may have been responsible for killing Kuina, potentially. I know that's some people might think it was a stretch, but I do have evidence. It seems using too much Haki can drain your stamina, like Kaido, huffing and puffing. I agree. I think the reason why we saw Kaido drinking so much and changing states, and they were listed, is because he was using emotion, right? And that is like very deep and powerful in One Piece world, particularly with Golden Week, for example, who uses emotion with a paint to like just take on anyone, basically. So I feel like it is draining on the soul and the lifespan. Potentially it costs lifespan, but also it's hard, man. It's like Life Return. Like Luffy, Gear 2 Luffy mentions that his lifespan is affected by using Gear 2, and that's when he starts to change his body and his shape, and it it looks like Popeye, which is very akin to Life Return. And Life Return sounds like you can, I don't know, it's called Life Return. The name of it sounds weird. 3 days behind. If we do go to the underworld, it has to be tied to Brook and Zoro for sure, though. Right, so Brook is the ferryman. Brook takes Zoro and Sanji across the plane to the realm of the dead, and then maybe that's where we get the Zoro King of the Underworld situation from. And definitely, using Haki or using power does seem to become more draining now as the story goes on, as we see with Luffy. The thumbnail for that video is like Luffy as an old man. Okay. Yo, Tony Feline. That name sounds familiar. So some wild stuff about that, basically. Life Return's super spicy. I know that in the server, Neglect posted a theory on it recently, saying it could be Emu's secret power, and that was the name of the video that Dak and me made on it. So it's definitely possible that Haki has such a real strong cost on your lifespan or something. It drains a resource, like we were saying with the Gorosei being an egghead. There's probably some cost to that. If Brook can go to the underworld, what about Vasco Shot? Then he is the future opponent for Brook. Both perverts. That's true. Vasco had that very sus comment when they jumped onto Amazon Lily, and he said about keeping them alive, keeping the prisoners alive for certain reasons. So that's interesting. I've never really thought about that. Interesting. Liquor and Brook. Brook is tied to Bink Sake, because people always theorize Law would save Luffy with the Opie Opie Nomi, which is nice, but saving Luffy with the Yomi Yomi Nomi makes a lot of sense too. Yeah, I think they're two different things, right? Like, I think it's interesting to bring up though. Like, one is like the will, like Emu and Vivi and Lily, right? In my opinion, like they're like absorbing the will so that they can live on for longer, stuff like this. But with whatchamacallit? Oh wait, is my music stopped? Let me put the music back on. Oops. Yeah, but with so will absorbed for like life extension, but like Luffy he came back to life using the power of his fruit, right? Almost like with the synchronicity of him and Joy Boy and the heartbeats, voiceable things, stuff like that. However, I don't think that undermines what happens with lifespan, and the reason for that is because if it does, then it means Eva can just inject certain people and other people can just heal. So you can drink hero water, you can take energy steroids, and you just won't die, which is completely broken. I'm looking too, but not with audio. I'm in D&D right now. Much love, like do you stream? Oh, much love. Oh, you can't hear me, Dill. In that case, Dill, you suck. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's true, 3-day. They are like opposites in that sense. Sacrifice, sacrifice. The 5 Gorosei probably are aliens from other planets, kind of like the Illuminati in the real world, who are reptilian ruling the world. Sacrifice, sacrifice. You spit. Spit your Illuminati business in the chat. Show the people what is up, what the real agenda of the world is. And we'll see if we can tie it to One Piece. Because maybe Brook has to give up his own life to bring just one life back to life. I agree, dude. This might tie into why he was missing for a year, and it took him so long to find his body. I do agree that there's something more with his fruit about sacrifice and revival. Spicy. Being Sake will make... Oh, 3-day. Can you throw a link to the Discord in the server, please? In the chat, sorry. Thank you. You can get one from my last video. Bink Sake will make you remember or make you forget the Void Century. Bink Sake will it make you remember or I'm not sure. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Like, who is Binks? Will it remind you of Binks? Do you reckon if you ate Willy Wonka chocolate you'd get memories of Willy Wonka? I always thought Law, Marco, or Brooke would exchange their life. Or Luffy. Dude, let's not lie. Law is gonna die. Or there's gonna be some tragic stuff going on with Law, man. He's an edgelord. One of the last ones in One Piece. And it's gonna be sad, everyone's gonna be crying, I think. I mean, who do you think? Do you think any one of them particularly? I think Brook's awakening can revive others. It's true, 3-day, but what does that entail? Can you pull ancestors from the tree in Skypiea? How does that work? Reptiles, aliens, and Nagas. The celestial dragon's hair and bubbles looks like Naga's hair and bubbles like a halo. Yep. Hair is super relevant as well because of keratin, which is transmittable. So Vivra cards, for example, because keratin's in nails too. Some theory about the Gorosei are that they are yokai, ancient race that we don't know aliens would be in part. Okay, the yokai stuff is spicy. There are other yokai. Interestingly, I believe anyway, Kuma, based on the yokai Kumadori. Not Kumadori, what is it? Yeah, Kumadoki or Kumadori. I know there's a character called Kumadori too. Robin turned into a demon while she was fighting Saturn. When she was fighting Black Maria, who took a very similar form to Saturn, the Oshioni. Will of Dreams, that is how Oompa Loompas are made. Don't eat the chocolate. Again, you're short enough. Maybe it's actually that Brooks Awakening. Yeah. Ooh, I agree, 3-day. Think about Pirates of the Caribbean, the scene where we see them on the boat and Elizabeth Swann sees her dad, right? And he's like, "Where am I? Am I at the shop?" And she's like, "No, you're completely toast." My bet is a Marco because Oda is too weak to finish off Laura Brooke. Oh my god, this is the take. This is a base take. It's true. He wanted to kill Laura and never could. I think that'll probably get me demonetized for that as well. Spicy, yeah. Spicy, that is spicy stuff. Okie dokie. Right, let's see what else we're cooking up. We've got, I mean, we were talking about the Amazon Lily connections to Alabasta as well, which are weird, right? With Cobra being the name of the king of Alabasta at the time, and Amazon Lily tying to Lily Nefertari, plus Amazon Rainforest, which gives you the forest fruit again, which is green balls, wood fruit. So I think Zoro is already dead, but he traded his soul with a Grim Reaper. Gamble with the devil game. Very cool sacrifice. Very, very cool, man. Interesting considering your name, sacrifice. Maybe I'm missing something here. But yes, that would be very cool. He did meet the Grim Reaper, and afterwards he was a complete limp sausage. You can't kill off any more characters on the same tier as Ace. Bruh, I'm not yet. Yeah, I do not have confidence in his ability to kill his own character. Not like George R. Martin, who just forgot about his characters and started writing other books. I actually had the theory a couple years ago that was how black blades were made. Brooks Devil Fruit could pull souls back then, putting them into the sword, giving it sentience and turning it black. This would also tie into this Yoru idea, right? That Yoru, as an anagram of Rio, could have been the blade that was used to engrave the poneglyphs, but in doing so it might be imbued. It has to suck up energy, which makes it a black blade. Like we saw with I think it's Lao Ji, right? The one whose soul left his body. Like there's no reason that you can't realize that soul using like Kuma's fruit, or pull it out, or use Luffy's fruit to make it physical.
You should know your sound is very cracky.
Oh, really?
At the same time.
What sort of crackly? Wait, can you not hear me, Coop? Oh, you boys are in the stream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice you boys jumping in. I forgot that my Discord notifications aren't making a noise. I can hear you, Coob. Yeah, can you not hear me? I'm guessing he can't hear me, but we'll get there. While them two are sorting out their audio, let's run some more randoms. There you go. That's all you need for the stream background. Okay. Yeah, the Black Blade stuff is interesting. Hopefully we do get more on that. It's weird that Wado's white though, right? Like I know you and I have spoken about that before. Very strange. Very strange. Okay. Is he having a problem with his audio? Bless him. Let's have a little look. Let's go help the boys get into some sort of decent position. Oh, am I using the wrong mouse? Okay, right. So, yeah. As I say, Amazon Lily, Alabaster, definitely tied. Lily Neftari, Amazon Lily, blah, 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 blah. Very, very, very spicy. I will do it the next time, man. Doing the Discord voice chat. I just want to chat with different friends at live chat. Yeah, oh no, you don't have to join, brother. Yeah, you can just do as you please. The boys are already in. I think they're sorting their audio out. But when they do join, we can start asking them some questions, and I'll give you an example. You find yourself in a center of a labyrinth. What fruit do you choose to find the way out, and why? So if anyone in the chat's got an answer for that, make sure you drop an answer. You think the door in the front of the red port with the WG logo on it is like the door at Egghead that you can walk through or become stone or solid. Interesting. The gates of liberation, no, the gates of justice, they affect the sea current around them, but they don't have any rust on. And Vegapunk's, or I think it was Vegapunk or Frankie said, the metal that doesn't have the rust on is holographic, so maybe it is in other places in the world like the Red Port. I think more likely Will of Dreams, and it might fit your theory, is it might be like there's something in there, like the tree or giants, kind of like the rumbling. And we have seen this discussed by Stelly and other people that went to Mauritius. They talk about clay giants and giants coming out of the red line, and then when the revolutionaries attacked Mauritius recently, we saw Moria come out of the clay of the red line and then go back in with Vivi. Sacrifice. Luffy dream is to live forever by becoming Pirate King like Roger. People die but legends live forever, just like Roger said to Rayleigh. Okay, Sacrifice, that's interesting because it ties to the Monkey King myth, because the Monkey King loved life so much he was scared of dying and went on a quest for immortality. So that would be a very interesting twist. Laugh-tail, yes, dude. Maybe Laugh-tail's hidden behind a mirage or something. Right, Coop, are you with us now? Oh wait, Wait, just can we check? Am I crackly? Let me check my mic.
Oh, wait, can you hear us or not?
I can
Because
hear you,
said it
dude.
before. I don't know if you can hear us.
I can hear you.
I thought you couldn't hear me.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
No, basically on the stream you're good, but for some reason for us, your sound is really crackly to the point that there's like this horrible like low pitch sound that follows it. So it's like it does. I had to lower your voice, like your sound very low.
Strange.
It doesn't.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because if you can't hear me through the VC, then that might be a bit of an issue. Hopefully it sorts itself out. Because you're coming through absolutely perfect.
Like it's crackling with a high pitched sound following it. So it's like because of the high pitched sound, it's very hard to tell certain words.
Okay. I'm interested. They can hear you now, and it all sounds clear to
It's
them.
just for some reason it's the stream. It's for us.
Okay.
So for the rest, everybody's been hearing you.
Okay, one sec then. What I'll do is I'll rejoin the call. One sec. Okay. Okie dokie. Is that any better?
Can you try again?
Is that any better? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Do it much better. Oh,
Oh.
okay, now I can hear.
Yeah, dude, I know what it would have
Wrong.
been. It's probably when, like, when you get a message and the interference between the phones can. But yeah, I'm glad that you can hear. I'm just gonna read a
Yeah.
few of these chats.
Like it's crackling a bit, but not as bad as before.
Yeah, I think it might just be
It's
across.
still crackling a bit, but not as bad as
The
before.
signals are
Before it was
crossing.
really
Wait,
bad, at
one
least for
sec.
me. I don't know for Elson.
Okay. Like electrical interference, you think? Okay, right. So sounds good to me. You are not crackling for me. Those giant gates are shortcuts at Annie's lobby, like giant gates of justice?
Yeah, someone, Michael in the stream said it could be there's a problem between the stream and Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, the stream is fine, and then the Discord chat is maybe the mic issue or internet signal. Weird, yeah. But Discord's broken like trash anyway. Look, Coob, if it gets too bad, let me know. Brooke already banged Big Mum. They are BF and GF. Dude, Soul King and Soul Queen were in bed together, confirmed, right? Oda is a genius. The system, but then Brooke smashed her in the face when he rode on top of Frankie. The Will of Dreams, the system is going through puberty. Well, I mean, who isn't? Okay, Coop, how are we doing today?
Yeah. It's dude. The moment you said it gets too bad, it restarted. Now it's good. Okay.
So you can't hear me. Interesting. I wonder if my mic. I wonder.
It's in and out, the crackling.
Okay.
The beginning becomes good, then maybe the next sentence will crack a bit harder. It's very random.
Okay, so while I'm sorting it, why don't you tell us about how your day's been and what
Elson,
is
how is
on
it
One
for you?
Piece your brain, on your One Piece brain.
It's not like we can't hear you. I can understand what you're saying, but then suddenly like this weird crackling will take it over. So some of your words are just muffled, are just disappearing.
I think it might be OBS. You know what?
That's the same for me, Cube.
Just to clarify, does it sound clear now?
But it sounds good on stream.
Yeah, that's
Obviously.
it's Discord then, must be. Weird. And sometimes it's not even picking up, like. Okay, right. It's hard to tell. Alex, do you think Vegapunk and Emu parallel each other? What if the Gorosei are something like Emu's satellites? I definitely think that's why they're coming like they are, because cloning and satellites are the theme, right? We saw it with Kuma, the pacifistas.
I'm on a big agenda of trying to understand more about the Gorosei so Black Beard Pirates. But other than that,
Yeah, you boys take over if you want while I sort out the audio.
can you repeat your sentence got cut out?
I was saying you can take over, Coop, for a sec while I sort out the audio if you want. If you want to talk about Emu and the Gorosei and Vegapunk.
Yeah. No, but I mean, if the stream is going well, your voice is clear on stream. It has to be on the Discord, then I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because or else, at least the other people will be also affected by your voice.
Okay, there is another option actually. Sit tight.
That's interesting, Alex. I mean, I'm pretty convinced that it is that Emu is that the Gorosei are the satellites of Emu. Oh, dude, you are so clear, amazing. You sound beautiful.
Parallel to each other. But find out. I just got to work out muting myself on.
Satellites.
She my do or die, my bona fide. My up when I'm down, she's always beside me. She makes me feel alive, I won't deny. Her love for me is real and kinda suicide. She's not the same, she's such a rare type. She's far from plain, at least in my eyes. She said if I cross her, I'll be in a grave or yonder her type. But yeah, that's still my babe. I love the fact I didn't let her go.
Sure.
She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know.
Yep. Hit away. I just heard you now. Is that lagging? Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, because I just heard you answer right now to my response like 30 seconds ago, so yeah. Hey, grab it 30 seconds, 30 seconds behind you.
I've never been exposed like this.
Told you y'all, Emu exists.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
I'll wait until Dead End comes back to drop the fire. But yeah, let's hope that it gets resolved on Dead End's end.
It is a good question though. The
Yeah.
Vegapunk Emu comparison, and with the like summoning circles, it reminds me a little bit of that Monkey King movie from
Journey to the West.
I think early 2010, the Forbidden Kingdom.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I know which movie you're talking about. With Jackie Chan, right? Or something.
Yeah, with Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
Yeah.
But just how he uses or how Monkey King uses just one single hair and a clone is formed out of that. And I was thinking maybe those summoning circles, the only reason why they can work is because they potentially carry some form of keratin or pyrobluin, part of the Vivre card.
Okay.
Obviously, the Vivre card's trying to get back to
Testing.
the original source.
Testing. Wait, you should be able to hear that.
That's interesting. I mean,
Just
personally,
thought
for me, if you think about it,
Test.
there's two Delphood that does satellite concept, Perona and Sugar's Delphood. So I do think that it's not something that's only secluded to Vegapunk and the Gorosei. It's a thing that a lot of people use, but we never clocked it in.
So, am I still sounding really bad?
No, you're sounding good, man.
Okay, then I think
you're sounding good.
Then I think we're all set and we're all fixed. Okie dokie. So, boys, to start you off, I'm just gonna, rather than go straight into the theories, we're going there anyway. Let me just ask you a very quick question.
Dude, you just disappeared completely.
Oh man. Okay. Right, stay with me. I'm gonna ask you a question. Ready? Okay, it's just loading them up. Okay.
Now I can hear you. Dude, you disappeared like for the last 30 seconds.
Weird. Yeah, it's Discord probably just not coping. My CPU is spiking a little bit, so it might be why. Full frames.
Yeah.
Maybe the laptop's cooking. Okay, cool. Right, here we go. So before we go straight into the spice, here's a little Sunday question for you. The last character that you spoke about is who you have to marry. How's the marriage?
Wait, sorry? You said the character has asked you the marriage?
The last character that you spoke about, the last OP character you spoke about, you have to marry them.
Yeah.
How is the marriage?
What do you mean? How's the marriage? Wait, so the last Blackbeard, the last OP character I talked about was Blackbeard. So
Then you're gonna have to marry Blackbeard. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, well, man, that's one hell of a marriage.
that is.
What
a
about
pretty...
you, Elson? Who was the last OP character you talked about?
Well, I believe we were just talking about the emu.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
good luck,
You
man.
you two have got bad
God bless
choices.
you, my friend. God bless you.
Yeah, that's some horrific choices right there. Okay, well, in that case, seeing as you've both done so
Imagine
poorly
the
on that
marriage
one,
of Emu.
I'll ask you another one.
You leave Emu. Emu destroys the rest of the world just to find you.
Love sickness right there. That's how it's created. Elson left Emu. Okay, so you leak a story to Morgan along with a couple of pictures of a certain fraudulent One Piece character. Who is it and why? Who is the fraud that you're leaking? Who do you think is
Fraudulent One Piece character. I'm thinking of a real fraud in One Piece verse. Obviously, listen. I know people are gonna hate me, but we have to be objective when it comes to that. Buggy. Dude's in two positions. He was in two positions that he never deserved.
Completely agree. Buggy could be the biggest fraud in One Piece, you know.
Fraudulent.
We'll have to wait and see. Just sorting the music out. There's the fusion. Okay. Cool. That might
What
be
about you,
the-
Alson?
Fraudulent character.
Yep.
Gee. That one. Buggy's probably the most, or the better. Poster boy
It's a heavy shout.
for that one. Oh.
Definitely a heavy shout, I think.
Yeah, no one else comes to mind off the bat.
I should have someone else if you want. Bad them.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm trying to think of good answers.
So done.
Little span them from CP9.
Oh, yes.
Now
Span.
side
yeah.
CP0, yeah.
Spanum sucks balls completely. Celestial
you know,
Dragon
he's
said
literally
Chelsea still Oompa Loompa.
The Jaden Smith of the One Piece verse. He's the Jaden Smith of the One Piece verse.
Yeah,
Only
Don't
there
say his
because
name
of
too many.
papa.
Another question is, what arc has your favorite clothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's my signal cutting out, I think.
His Venom's it's a definite.
Yeah. It's the signal.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll cut the stream for now, just because it was just a bit of a tester anyway. But
Yeah, man,
we
span
can
them,
always
obviously, I
jump
think
on
so too.
in the next couple of days. But all right, boys. For those of you who are new and stuff, make sure you jump in the server and blah 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 blah. I know it's only been like an hour and 10 or something, but we're having a couple like just technical issues generally building up. So yeah, we're gonna shoot off here, but we'll jump on.
My characters that I like because of their closing.
Oh wow, I think like I'm super lagging out on that end. So yeah. Hopefully the stream picked it all up. So yeah. Anyway, you guys take it easy. Just drop me a DM in the server if you want to keep on chatting. We'll be in the BC just without the stream. So apologies for the techie issues, but yeah. Anyway, much love to you all and big ups.